lovely students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Ghalib's English School. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Car Theory Test Chapter 6, the Vulnerable Road Users. I'm going to cover the whole chapter from this DVLA official guide. I'm going to make it simple for you that how you're going to drive on public roads while being very careful driver. So before I start, I would like you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon down below for all the updates. Question 1. You're following a cyclist. What should you do when you wish to turn left a short distance ahead? You can see in the picture there is a cyclist going on this road. So you need to overtake the cyclist before you reach the junction. Pull alongside the cyclist and stay level until after the junction. Hold back until cyclist has passed the junction, or go around the cyclist on the junction. So in this situation, guys, you need to hold back until the cyclist has passed the junction. So let the cyclist first pass the junction and then you follow. Question 2. Who may use token crossing? Motorcyclist and cyclist, motorcyclist and pedestrian, only cyclist, cyclist and pedestrian. So the correct option is cyclist and pedestrian can benefit from token crossing. Question 3. This junction, controlled by traffic lights, has a marked area between two stop lines. What is this for? So it's asking you about this first stop line here and one beyond this marking here. Why do we have these two stop lines? To allow taxis to position in front of other traffic, to allow people with disabilities to cross the road, to allow cyclists and pedestrians to cross the road together, to allow cyclists to position in front of other traffic. So the correct option is number 4, that this marking is to allow cyclists to position in front of other traffic. So once this red light changes, then cyclists will move on and you have to follow them. Question 4. What should you do if the left-hand pavement is closed due to street repair? Watch out for pedestrian walking in the road. Use your right-hand mirror more often. Speed up to get past the roadworks more quickly. Position close to the left-hand curb. So if there is a work going on in the street, you need to watch out for pedestrian walking in the road. Question 5. Why do motorcyclists use dipped headlight in daylight? So it's daytime, and why are they using dipped headlights? So that the rider can be seen more easily, to stop the battery overcharging, to improve the rider's vision. The rider is inviting you to proceed. So the correct option is so that the rider can be seen more easily. So if visibility is slightly poor, motorcyclists, they use dipped headlights. Question 6. You are approaching this roundabout. What should you do when a cyclist is keeping to the left while signaling to turn right? You should sound your horn, overtake them, assume they are turning left, allow them space to turn. So cyclists need space to turn, so you should allow them to space to turn. That's your correct option. Question 7. Why do motorcyclists wear bright clothing? They must do so by law. It helps keep them cool in summer. The colors are popular to make them more visible. So they use bright clothing to make them more visible. Question 8. Where should you never overtake a cyclist? Just before you turn left, on a left-hand bend, on a one-way street, on a dual carriageway. So if you are turning left, just before you turn left, do not overtake the cyclist or any other vehicle. Question 9. What should you do when you are approaching this crossing? So guys, this zebra crossing here, people are waiting to cross. What should you do as a driver? Prepare to slow down and stop. Stop and wave the pedestrian across. Speed up and pass by quickly. Continue unless the pedestrian step out. Be prepared to slow down and stop. That's your correct option. Question 10. Which vehicles should you allow extra room as you overtake them? Lorry, tractor, bicycle, road sweeper. You should allow extra space to bicycles. Question 11. Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions? They may want to turn into the side road. They may slow down to let you turn. They are harder to see. They might not see you turn. So the correct option is they are harder to see. They are small, so we are usually unable to see them, so we need to be very careful. Question 12. What action should you take when you see flashing amber light under a school warning sign? So it's talking about this sign here and this flashing light here. What should you do? You can see clearly there's a warning sign and it's a school crossing. You should reduce speed until you are clear of the area. Keep up your speed and sound the horn. Increase your speed to clear the area quickly. Wait at the lights until they stop flashing. So the correct option is you need to reduce your speed until you are clear of that area. Question 13. Why should you check for motorcyclists just before turning right into a side road? So if you intend to turn right into a side road, why would you check for motorcyclists? They may be overtaking on your left. They may be following you closely. They may be emerging from the side road. They may be overtaking on your right. So motorcyclists always overtake on your right. So you need to check your right mirror before you move. Question 14. You are traveling behind a moped. What should you do if you want to turn left a short distance ahead? Overtake the moped before the junction. Pull alongside the moped and stay level until just before the junction. Sound your horn as a warning and pull in front of the moped. Stay behind until the moped has passed the junction. So the correct option is stay behind until the moped has passed the junction. Question 15. Where would you see this sign? On a broken down vehicle, on a school bus, on an ice cream van, near a school crossing. You will see this sign on a school bus. Question 16. You are approaching a roundabout. What should you do if there are horses being ridden in front of you? Sound your horn as a warning. Treat them like any other vehicle. Give them plenty of room. Accelerate past as quickly as possible. So guys, if you're driving along a road and you see there are horses being ridden, you should give them plenty of room. Question 17. A horse rider is in the left-hand lane approaching a roundabout. Where should you expect the rider to go? In any direction? To the right? To the left? Straight ahead? So the correct option is in any direction. Question 18. What should you do if you want to turn left at a junction where pedestrians have started to cross? You can see in the picture clearly. Give your horn and proceed. Give way to them. Go around them, leaving plenty of room, or stop and wave them to cross. The correct option is give way to them. Question 19. You are approaching a roundabout. What should you do if a cyclist ahead is signaling to turn right? Overtake on the right. Give a warning with your horn. Signal the cyclist to move across. Give the cyclist plenty of room. So guys, you need to remember we are talking about vulnerable road users. So cyclists are vulnerable road users. We need to give them plenty of room. Question 20. As you approach a pelican crossing, the lights change to green. What should you do if older people are still crossing? Wave them to cross as quickly as they can. Rev your engine to make them hurry. Flash your lights in case they haven't noticed you. Wait patiently while they cross. So you need to give them way. Be patient. Let them cross in their own time. That's your correct option. Question 21. Which is the most vulnerable road user? Car drivers, tractor drivers, lorry drivers, or motorcyclists? So the most vulnerable road user among these is motorcyclists. Question 22. What should you do when you are passing loose sheep on the road? Briefly sound your horn, go very slowly, pass quickly but quietly, herd them to the side of the road. So if you cross these loose sheep, you should go very slowly. Question 23. What should you do when you see an older person about to cross the road ahead? Expect them to wait for you to pass. Speed up to get past them quickly. Stop and wave them across the road. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. So the correct option is you need to be very careful. They may misjudge your speed. Question 24. Why do motorcyclists often look round over their right shoulder just before turning right? To listen for the traffic behind them. Motorcyclists don't have mirrors. It helps them balance as they turn. To check for traffic in their blind area. So usually motorcyclists look round over their right shoulder because they want to check the traffic in their blind area. So number 4 is your correct option. Question 25. What would you do if you see older people crossing the road ahead? You can see in the warning. Wave them across so they know that you have seen them. Be patient and allow them to cross in their own time. Rev the engine to let them know that you are waiting. Tap the horn in case they are hard of hearing. So the correct option is you need to be patient. Be patient and allow them to cross in their own time. Question 26. What should you do when you are following a motorcyclist along a road that has poor surface? Follow closely so they can see you in their mirrors. Overtake immediately to avoid delays. Allow extra room in case they swerve to avoid potholes. Allow the same room as normal to avoid wasting road space. Correct option is you need to give them extra room. Allow extra room in case they swerve to avoid potholes. Question 27. How will a school crossing patrol signal you to stop? By pointing to children waiting to cross, by displaying a red light, by displaying a stop sign, by giving you an arm signal. So they will display a stop sign. Question 28. What should you do when you see these horse riders in front? Pull out to the middle of the road, slow down and be ready to stop, switch on your hazard warning lights, give a right turn signal. You need to slow down and be ready to stop. Question 29. How should you react to inexperienced drivers? Sound your horn to warn them of your presence. Be patient and prepare for them to react more slowly. Flash your headlights to indicate that it's safe for them to proceed. Overtake them as soon as possible. So you need to be patient and prepare them to react more slowly. You know that they are learner driver. They may make mistakes, so be patient. Question 30. What should you do when you are following a learner driver who stalls at a junction? Be patient as you expect them to make mistakes. Stay very close behind and flash your headlights. Start to rev your engine if they take too long to restart. Immediately steer around them and drive on. The correct option is you need to be patient as you expect them to make mistakes. Question 31. You see a pedestrian carrying a white stick that also has a red band. What does this mean? So if you look closely, you can see this white stick has 3 red bands. What does it mean? It means they have limited mobility, they are deaf, they are blind, they are deaf and blind. So this stick indicates that they are deaf and blind. Question 32. Powered vehicles used by disabled people are small and can be hard to see. What must they display if they are traveling on a dual carriageway? Flashing red beacon, flashing green beacon, flashing blue beacon, or flashing amber beacon. So they should be having a flashing amber beacon to display on them. Question 33. What does it mean when a moving vehicle is showing a flashing amber beacon? The vehicle is slow moving, the vehicle has broken down, the vehicle is a doctor's car, the vehicle belongs to a school crossing patrol. So if they have a flashing amber beacon, it means the vehicle is a slow moving. Like maybe you have seen a tractor. Question 34. Which sign means that there may be people walking along the road? Is it sign A, B, C, or D? So the correct option is sign D. Question 35. What does it mean if you see a pedestrian with a dog that has a yellow or burgundy coat? The pedestrian is an older person. The pedestrian is a dog trainer. The pedestrian is a colorblind. The pedestrian is deaf. Correct option is pedestrian is deaf. Question 36. Where would you take particular care to look for motorcyclists and cyclists? On a dual carriageway, at junctions, at zebra crossings, on one-way street. The correct option is at junction. You need to be very careful. 37. Why should these road markings be kept clear? To allow children to be dropped off at school, to allow teachers to park, to allow children to be picked up after school, to allow children to see and be seen when they are crossing the road. So outside school we have these marking for the safety of kids. So the correct option is to allow children to see when they are crossing and be seen when they are crossing the road. Question 38. You are about to reverse into a side road. What should you do if a pedestrian is waiting to cross behind your car? Wave to the pedestrian to stop, give way to the pedestrian, sound your horn to warn the pedestrian, reverse before the pedestrian starts to cross. You should give way to the pedestrian. Question 39. You are at the front of a queue of traffic waiting to turn right into a side road. Why is it important to check your right mirror just before turning? To look for pedestrian about to cross, to check for overtaking vehicles, to make sure the side of the road is clear, to check for emerging traffic. Correct option is to check for overtaking vehicles. Question 40. The road outside the school is marked with yellow zigzag lines. You can see clearly in this picture. What do these lines mean? You may park on the lines when dropping off school children. You may park on the lines when picking up school children. You shouldn't wait or park your vehicle here. You must stay with your vehicle if you park here. The correct option is you shouldn't wait or park your vehicle here. Question 41. You have driven up to a pelican crossing. What must you do while the amber light is flashing? Signal the pedestrian to cross. Always wait for green light before proceeding. Give way to any pedestrian on the crossing. Wait for the red and amber light before proceeding. So the correct option is you need to give way to any pedestrian on the crossing. Question 42. You have stopped at Pelican Crossing. What should you do if disabled person is crossing slowly in front of you and the lights change to green? You should wait for them to finish the crossing, drive in front of them, edge forward slowly, sound your horn. So these are vulnerable road users, disabled people, so you need to wait for them to finish the crossing. Question 43. What does this sign mean? No route for pedestrian and cyclist, a route for pedestrian only, a route for cyclist only, a route for pedestrian and cyclist. So the correct option is number 4. It is a route for pedestrian and cyclist. Question 44. Which road users are most difficult to see when you are reversing your car? Motorcyclists, car drivers, cyclists, or children? So another example of vulnerable road users, children. They are hard to see because they are small. When you are reversing, you can't see them. 45. You are driving in town. Why should you be careful if there is a bus at a bus stop on the other side of the road? The bus might have broken down. Pedestrian might come from behind the bus. The bus might move off suddenly. The bus might remain stationary. So if you are driving in town center or busy areas, you need to be very careful because pedestrians are everywhere and they are vulnerable road users. So in this case, pedestrian might come from behind the bus. So you need to drive carefully. Question 46. How should you overtake horse riders? Drop up close and overtake as soon as possible. Speed isn't important, but allow plenty of room. Use your horn just once to warn them. Drive slowly and leave plenty of room. So the correct option is horse riders, again vulnerable road users, so you need to drive slowly and leave plenty of room. Question 47. You're driving past a line of parked cars. What should you do if a ball bounces out into the road ahead? Here is in the picture you can see. Continue driving at the same speed and sound your horn. Continue driving at the same speed and flash your headlights. Slow down and be prepared to stop for children. Stop and wave the children across to fetch their ball. So the correct option is you need to slow down and be prepared to stop for children. Question 48. You are driving in a slow-moving queue of traffic. What should you do just before changing lane? Sound the horn and flash your lights. Look for motorcyclists filtering through the traffic. Give a slowing down arm signal. Change down to first gear. So the correct option is you need to be careful and looking for motorcyclists because they are usually filtering through the traffic. Question 49. You are driving at night. What should you do if you are dazzled by a vehicle behind you? Set your mirror to anti-dazzle position. Set your mirror to dazzle the other drivers. Brake sharply to a stop. Switch your rear lights on and off. So the best practice is set your mirror to anti-dazzle position. Question 50. What's the purpose of these road markings? To ensure children can see and be seen when they are crossing the road, to enable teachers to have clear access to the school, to ensure delivery vehicles have easy access to the school, to enable parents to pick up and drop off children safely. So guys, this road marking is for the safety of children. That's why we have these marking clearly indicating school keep clear. So the correct option is number 1. So guys, this was all about chapter 6, vulnerable road users. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.